Verse 23. Her husband is respected at the city gate, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. Mark, you know you are loved by all your friends and elders. You are respected and held in highest regard. Your success was important to Kim, and she wanted to honor you in every way, from the way she taught our kids how to behave, to the way your house was so neatly messed up. She honored you with her love and devotion, and always wanted to be the best she could be for you. She wanted you to be proud of her and proud of the children that you share. Mark, she was her best so you could be your best, and you will always be able to take that with you. Verse 24. She makes linen garments and sells them and supplies the merchant ashes. On a more humorous note, when I read this verse, I immediately thought of garage sales. And Kim loved to bargain. She loved bargain hunting. Whether it was a final markdown at Ann Taylor or a super sale at TJ Maxx, she loved a good deal. This was fun for her. Her excitement and thrill of getting a bargain was always fun to watch. She would say, "They're practically giving it away." Verse 25. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. This is where it gets a little tough. We don't want to cry anymore. We want to think about all the happy times and the many laughs we had. The funny things she did and the hilarious ways she did it. Only Kim would. But when I see those words like strength and dignity and the seriousness of what she did, what she went through, the challenges of everything she faced become very real. And yes, she was clothed in strength and dignity, and she wore those same two outfits every day. God gave her the strength to face every situation, no matter how bad the news or how tough the decision, with the peace of Christ. She never wavered. And yes, even in the tough times, especially in the tough times, Kim laughed. And boy, could she laugh. And if you'll think back, she always made us laugh. She kept us up, she kept us going, laughing and loving. Verse 26, she speaks with wisdom and faithful instruction is on her tongue. I don't know exactly if you call it faithful instruction or a good old southern spiritual sass. Kim could say it in a way that only Kim could say it. Yeah, she spoke all right. She could tell you how God had whispered in her ear in that charming little Arkansas way that only Kim could do. Kim never held back, and I bet you she's up there right now doing the same. I bet there are some mighty Sawyers up in heaven right now. The friends and the family that she is catching up with, being blessed with that dose of Kim, will always remember. 27 through 29. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. I don't recall Mark or Kim ever calling Kim blessed. It was more like, Mom. Mom, where are you? Mom, where are my cleats? Mom, can people come over and go swimming today? It was always Mom. Kim wondered if her kids really knew her name. Kim's name was Mom. And her children knew she was the one that they could depend on to provide the ride, the money, the answer to the homework, and the spaghetti for supper. For Mark, Kim has provided the companionship, the listening ear, and the extra encouragement when needed. Her children and husband might not ever rise up and call her blessed because she preferred to be called Mom. 30 and 31. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Give her the reward she has earned, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. Daughter, sister, wife, friend, something of a newness not understood or seen before. But most importantly, she was a child of God. It might be difficult for you to put your finger on one particular feature that made Kim so beautiful. She took 40 years as a gift and a celebration of life. Her love and compassion were never designed, but opened as her love and poured from her heart to delight us and entice us. I've heard Kim was a little rebellious as a young girl, too adventurous to be ignored and too appealing to want to. Kim had a sense of wonder of life we seek but may never find. There was never any distance between Kim and the truth of her life. She shared herself with us as we grew. She took a place in our hearts which we would have been empty but for her. There is no other Kim, or some might say Kimmis. But what do we keep of this heart full of so much love, who had such a short season? She will bloom again for us, serendipitously as we need her. We have but little time to learn that our lives are wondrous things to be lived joyously, even in times of sorrow. As Kim appears to us in our time of need, we will recall the smiles, the hugs, and the laughter which we privately treasure from her. But we will also find some of her passion for life pouring out of our hearts each time she blooms again for us. As I thank God for a wonderful life, great life shared, I picture a woman of strong character, great wisdom, many skills, and great compassion. Kim, we love you for what you gave us without even knowing or even being asked. And we love you for blooming in our hearts.
The angels on streets made of gold, to listen to the stories, saints kneeling loud, to worship our Maker, that's where I'll be, when you finally find me. No doubt, you be worried, 'cause I'm with you on our wonders. You've never known just so long, Jesus. Reach out for his hands, and one day